All right, today's workout is short. We are going to mix in some cardio. Some of it is a little bit more high impact, so make sure that you do the variations if it's not feeling good with your body. Everything is only 30 seconds. You really would benefit from having a step stool, and if you've got some wall space, we need some wall space. Other than that, there's the option to add in some light weights, but it's totally not necessary. So if you've got something that's around 2 to 3 pounds, go ahead and grab it up. But let's get started. So we are going to start with a wall squat, and let's slide down. So this is really our warm-up. We're going to prep those joints for some of that high impact stuff. Slide it down, tilt the pelvis, push that lower back into the wall, and then let's lift the heels. We're going 30 seconds on this wall squat. Shoulders are relaxed, down away from the ears. By having those heels off the floor, we activate our calves. We've got our hamstrings firing, hopefully. You should feel a little bit of butt muscles, that core. We need all these muscles to work so that we can keep our knee joints safe, keep our tendons and our muscles strong for our jumps. We got 6 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Let's go into our bear crawl. So we're going knees under the hips, hands under the shoulders. Lift those knees. Take a big deep inhale and exhale. If you feel okay, we're going to travel opposite hand, opposite leg, slow, small movements. Take it backwards once you run out of space. You don't have to add the movement. If you do add the movement, try really hard not to let your hips pop up. Try to let your hips go side to side, so that's stability. Imagine there's a drink on your back and you're trying not to spill it. We got 3, 2, and 1. Come on up. Back to that wall squat. We just have one more round of these before we get into the main workout. Slide it down, tilt the hips, close up that gap, lift the heels. Let's hold for 30 seconds. Big deep breaths. Shoulders down away from the ears. Maybe you feel a little quiver already. This is hard. This is not easy. Over halfway, you got it. You probably do this exercise every day. This is really good functional, preventative strength work. All right, bear crawls last time. Down into those knees. If this isn't feeling good, do a dead bug instead. I think most of you know what that is by now. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Lift. Hold here. Or travel if it feels good. So I'm thinking lots of work through that arm and leg that stays as I lift so that I can keep that stability. I'm thinking teeny tiny steps. Almost there. You got 4, 3, 2, I ran out of space. All right. Let's get into the main workout. Go ahead and grab your drink, your step stool, and those light weights if you feel like using them. All right, our first circuit, we're gonna do burpees. We're gonna pair that with some jumping jacks. And we're gonna do some side lunges in there too. So go ahead and grab something to elevate your burpees. I'm a huge fan of having perfect form on our burpees versus trying to go all the way to the floor and ending up rounding or overarching. Again, everything is only 30 seconds. And if you want to use 2 heavy weights, that would work instead of that step stool. All right, so we squat down, jump or step out, bring those feet back, and then stand nice and tall. Keep that intensity up, but only if you can keep your form. So remember that when we jump out, we don't want to let those hips sink. I want you to keep that core strong. If jumping doesn't feel good, step it. And if jumping feels great, we can add that jump at the top too. You got 4 seconds. All right, shake it out. We're going into jumping jacks. If the jumping jacks, regular ones, are too much impact, take it side to side. Go. Think about light on the landings. Think about where your knees end up. Don't let those knees cave in. Use the hips to keep that alignment. And at any time, you can switch and do that low impact move. We can tap it out. Your pick. You got 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're going into side lunge shifts. So take your legs out wide, Make sure that those knees match the toes the whole time. We got 2, 1, go. Shift it to the side and then the other. So you might find once you get started, you gotta do some adjustment. I usually don't hit those perfect angles on my first try. Goal is that hip shifts backwards, that my back stays nice and flat, and then I'm driving through this outside leg. You just got 3, 2, and 1. We go back to the beginning, back to our burpees. We got 4 sets of this. I know you can make it. Shoulders back, and go. Remember that if you're taking it all the way to the floor, and you can tell that you're rounding your back versus keeping the back flat, or you can tell when you come back up that you can't set those heels down, you're losing your form. So really try to find those modifications, those variations that work for you. All right, let's go into our jumping jacks. If you don't need that rest, you can start with me. If you need it, give yourself 2, 1, and go. Good, light on those landings. Keep that core strong. You got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's take those legs out wide. Again, if you don't need that rest, we can start. You're going into your side lunge shifts. If you need it, you still got a couple more seconds. 2, and 1. Shift it side to side. If you add speed on any of these exercises, really make sure that you're not losing that alignment. On this one, that the back's not rounding, that your knee is staying matched up with your toe. We got 3, 2, and 1. We're going into our third set. And give yourself 4 more seconds of rest if you need it, or go ahead and start with me. Think about keeping those shoulders down so that we keep that upper body strong, which in turn helps us use that core and keeps our lower body safe. We're going into our jumping jacks. If you need it, 5 seconds till that timer starts. If you're good, keep it moving. "15 seconds, halfway there. Should be feeling a little warmer now. Remember, we got 1 more round of these exercises. Last 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take those legs out wide. And again, if you don't need that rest, go ahead and jump in. You got a few more seconds till it beeps. 30 seconds is counting down now. Only as low as you feel comfortable. Good. Last 3, 2, and 1. Let's do that 4th set. Last time we're moving on to new stuff. You can do it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. If you're really strong on push-ups, you can add push-ups to your burpees. I find most of us lose our form, and since our focus is cardio today, we don't have to add them in. Three seconds. All right, let's go back to our jumping jacks. Take that rest, you got a few more seconds. All right, 30 seconds counting down. Keep it moving. Feel free to tap it out. As long as you keep moving, that's good. 3, 2, and 1. Let's go for those side lunge shifts. Legs out wide. Find your angles. Take more rest if you need it. Go ahead and start early with me if you're feeling good. So I'm going to take it right into that next circuit after our side lunges. But if you need rest, pause that video. You got 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we are going to balance on one leg, and we're going to take the other leg out. What I want you to do is sink that hip down. And we're gonna imagine we've got a weight. You could have a light weight, and we're gonna bring it in, tap it out. I want you to go fast as you can, and I want you to focus on no movement. This is stability through that stationary leg. Cardio happens the faster you can get that move going without letting this leg lose form. If you add weight, no more than 5 pounds. 3 would probably be perfect. Core, you should be feeling that core. 2 seconds. All right, stretch it out. Shift into that other leg. My knees bent, my hips back. Back is flat. Barely any weight in this leg. Bring it in. Lunge connector. So we're connecting either that real weight or your imaginary weight. Notice I'm not looking at the camera because I'm trying to keep my balance. So pick that spot that works for you and try and keep that balance. This is so much more than just cardio. This is a really good joint health, balance, core exercise. It's not just about getting that heart rate up, or should I say keeping our heart rate up. You got it. All right, we're gonna get some of those hamstrings. So we've been hitting those quads a lot on these exercises. I want you to bring your heels to your glutes. Keep those knees pointing down. If you're okay, our timer's running. Good, if you're running those arms, just make sure you're staying strong through that core. Think about leaning forward. And you can keep that low impact if that feels better. Focus that cardio on your other move. Again, if you got those light weights, you can use them, but they shouldn't be super heavy. All right, let's reverse that order. Start with the other leg. Hold that weight, pull it in, 30 seconds. Remember, even though I say core, that doesn't mean we're crunching. Our goal is to be able to work those deep core muscles. That means that when I bring that leg in, I'm trying really hard not to round through my back, but I do feel those core muscles turning on to keep me stable. It's more like if somebody was to hit you, you're braced, versus if you were trying to bring those ribs and hips together. Think about that versus the crunch. All right, shake it out. Other leg. Find that stability. And go. You got to remember, we're imagining that this is really hot. So you got hot lava over there. My kids are all about the hot lava game. Imagine that you don't want to get that foot out quick and you don't want to put it in very hard. So don't let that weight shift side to side. We don't want to see that torso moving. If you've got a mirror, check it out. Make sure you're keeping that form. All right, if you're ready, into your butt kicks. If you need more time, you got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go. Good. Core is strong, so make sure I'm not arching my back. That's not what we want. I want to keep that braced position. When I lean forward, I should feel it working more. You got it. 2 and 1. All right, let's adjust this mat. I'm running my mat right out of the room. Okay, starting with this leg. Bring it out. Bring it in. Fast as you can. Definitely feeling those obliques. If you're not, that's okay. Just see if you can reset your form. See if you can find it. It's not as much as a side plank or a side crunch, but it's working. All right, shake it out. I'm starting to feel that burn from holding it. Shift down. Barely any weight here. And bring it in. I forgot to start my watch. And it's asking me, it looks like you're working out. Whew. 14 seconds. Remember, when you're feeling that burn, think about how beneficial that burn is. Try not to get in your head those awful words of hurt or not feeling good. You gotta spin it. Make it be a good thing. Think about how you're building that muscle strength. Working on that cardiovascular health. Even if you feel like this is tough, so tough today, you are probably gonna feel better afterwards. And you know it. But you gotta keep repeating it. All right, we just got one more round. We're gonna go right into that 4th round. If you need that break, take that break. Just start stretching. You can watch. All right, balance. Take it out. Arms up. We got 4 seconds till it beeps. Maybe do a little shake out first. Go. Remember, look at how my weight is always shifted over this stable balancing leg. Don't let that body start going side to side. I know you're getting tired, but you can do it. Stay with me. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're good. All right, shake it out. Find that balance. Hip is shifted backwards. We got that hip hinge. Bring it up. Run it. These are called lunge connectors. If you're doing any other workouts or classes, and you find that those lunges going up and down are grinding on your knee and they aren't feeling good, these lunge connectors might feel okay. Switch it out. Do what feels good for you. Not every exercise is perfect for everyone, and you got to remember that. 3, 2, 1. Let's keep it going with those butt kicks. You got 8 seconds till it beeps and counts down from 30. But if you're with me, let's end strong. All right, lean it forward. Good. 12 seconds. Two and 1. All right, so we've got one core exercise that I'm going to pair with some stretching. So if you can stick with me for these last few seconds, we're going to end with just a little bit more of that deep core awareness and then do that stretch, and you'll be on with your day. I promise the stretch is worth it. It's going to feel so good. All right, so lay on your back. And I'm going to walk you through the form on this one. before we start that timer. So we're gonna lay all the way back, tilt those hips, and line up your knees right over your hips. Lift the shoulders off the floor. Hands can be here, or fingertips can be interlaced, holding your head. When that timer beeps, we're gonna try for 10 seconds with that leg out. No change in that position of your back, so don't let it pop up. Then you're gonna take a breather, and then we're gonna go back and we're gonna try and do another 10 seconds on the other leg. Then we'll go into our stretch. So just 20 seconds, but it should feel really tough. Are you ready? Okay, lay back. I'm gonna walk you through it. Tilt those hips, knees over the hips. Exhale, find that deep core. 10-second hold. Hold it here. You're breathing, but you're never losing that brace with your core. You got 3, 2, 1. Get in, head comes down, knees come in. Take it back out. Last 10 seconds. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, roll it all the way over, and you're gonna go into a half kneeling stretch. So that means my knee is down, my hip is pushing forward, and I'm gonna reach that arm up on this same side here. We're gonna hold it for 30 seconds, starting now. Big deep breath. Make sure that when you're pushing that hip forward and you're reaching that arm up, that your position doesn't start to change. Don't let those ribs flare up. Don't let that hip tilt in the wrong direction. Keep that pelvic tilt, that scoop, and that rib stacked, and then find that reach. Breathe into this side of the body. You got 5 seconds. All right, we're going back into that core. So lay it back. We'll do the other side after. Line up those knees, tilt the pelvis. Take that long exhale, find your core, extend that leg, hold for 10 seconds. You got it, bring those knees in, and let's take that other leg out. Breathe, make sure you're letting your head hang in your hands, and you're not pulling on your head. All right, roll it up. Let's get that psoas stretch one more time. Take down that opposite leg. And reach that arm up on that same side. Again, checking that position. Last move of the day. We're almost there. Give yourself that stretch. It's really, to me, this is not so much the stretch. This is kind of training our body to come back into that position, making sure that our hip flexors don't feel like they're sort of stuck in that tightness. I want you to breathe in so that we can stand tall and have that nice posture, not just with our upper back, but posture with our hips. 3, 2, and 1. We're good. All right. You did awesome. That was short and quick, and now you're done. I hope you have an awesome, wonderful rest of your day.